We're here because we like to predict stuff with our predictive brains. He uses predictive texts on Ryback in Ascension matches, and it's almost always right.
Yeah.
And we are going to be talking about NXT Takeover Dallas.
Woo!
Friday the 1st. And it's happening Wrestlemania weekend. We're getting so very, very close to the grandest stage of them all. We can't call it the granddaddy of them all anymore because Vince is afraid of WrestleMania getting old.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. We're going to start predicting the matches.
We are indeed.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with a recently added attraction, Apollo Cruz versus Elias Sampson.
Yeah, this was just built last week on NXT.
Because Elias Sampson was being a dickhead, and Apollo Cruz ain't tolerating no dickheads.
Yeah, because Apollo Cruz is friends with Johnny Gargano, and Sampson was hurting Johnny Gargano. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't hurt Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. I will get in your face if you're hurting Johnny Gargano in Portland.
Yeah.
Oh, please, NXT, bring Johnny Gargano to Portland.
Oh, man.
NXT, just bring everyone except for like a couple people.
Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
Leave
Alex
Mojo
Riley.
Rawley at home.
And Alex Riley.
Yeah.
Leave those guys. Leave Riley and Rawley at home. Oh,
Anyway.
Start with Rye and then with Lee. Yeah, so, Thomas, money. The new guy who doesn't...
Thomas Money?
Well, who's your money on?
Oh, okay.
If we were betting, but we're not really betting, but who's your money on? The Drifter or the leader of the Apollo Nation?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say Cruz.
Okay.
I think that Cruz is in a position where having him lose to a... Because Cruz is in that position where, like, he's bound to be a star, but he's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
So having him put someone over, I think, hurts him more than just having him keep winning for now. And Sampson can just go on a more mean streak after he loses.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Sampson beats Cruz. He's not going to get like a super push out of it. And Cruz is just going to take a step back.
Colt.
I'm going to go with Cruz also, very much in the same vein with the fact that, yeah, Cruz losing to Sampson doesn't make sense, but this is a good match to get some more light shown on Sampson. Give him something that is more so than just the aggressiveness that we've seen. We haven't seen anything new, and I think if you're gonna make a guy do something new, Apollo Cruz is a good opponent to put him against. So I'm going Apollo Cruz.
Well, I'm going to officially make it a 3-way vote for Apollo Cruz because I'm going to be real. I think Cruz is their next money guy on NXT. He's the next flagship bearer post Finn Balor.
Yes.
He's going to be their babyface of the future. So
Definitely.
they're going to be building him up as long as it takes before Finn drops the title to a heel and Apollo Cruz goes for the belt. How about some debuting, which is happening because we're going to see the NXT in-ring debut of Austin Aries as he takes on the much larger Baron Corbin.
Yes.
I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Austin Aries is going to win this match. I think it's just such a risky move.
Yeah.
A giant star is going to win his debut on a takeover. Colt. Travis. Colt, comma Travis.
Colt, comma Travis. We're doing roll call with the fucker. This is the one that I'm having some trouble with because I know that NXT is putting a lot of money in Baron Corbin, but it does make...
Are they really?
Yeah, absolutely. He wouldn't have been on the last however many takeovers if they weren't sure he was going to do something. But it is Austin Aries' debut match. And I think, based on that, I have to go with him. This will probably lead into a longer feud between the two of them, where Baron Corbin will get a win at least once. But I think for TakeOver, I'm going to go with Aries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to surprise anybody by saying that I'm not the biggest Baron Corbin fan in the world.
What?
But I think it would be cool for Baron Corbin to get a win over Austin Aries.
Yeah, I'm not going to be upset.
it'd be a good boost for his career, especially because he does make it a lot to the big time match, or not the big time match, but the second to big time match, and then knock down 2 or 3 notches, and then he has to come back up.
Yeah.
Wolf, Thomas.
Little known fact: the 2 wrestlers debuting on NXT are 2 of my favorite wrestlers in the world.
Yeah, so NXT is going to be good
I
for you.
am definitely going Austin Aries.
Yeah.
All right. We know who we're voting for there.
Yes.
Titles are important in NXT.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And we're going to go to one that's close to my heart, near and dear to my heart, and that's the Tag Team Championships.
Well, you have a lot of them.
Yeah, you have like 8 of them.
This Tag Team Championships close to my heart. We've got my boys, the Revival, Dash and Dawson, taking on American Alphas, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. You first.
Me first? Okay. As much as I want to see the Revival retain the tag titles, I think they've set the stage far too well in favor of American Alpha. So I love both tag teams. It's fantastic to watch them, and just they've rebuilt. They are the top of this fantastic tag team division. But yeah, this is going to be the first run in the tag team division. Tag team titles going to American Alpha.
Wolfski.
Alright, I'm gonna say the thing I said earlier.
Okay.
What is that thing that you said earlier?
That if you trace the trajectory of the Revival's tag team title run,
Oh yeah,
it mirrors Blake and Murphy's tag team title run.
it does.
They got the upset victory over the champs to win the titles. They faced Enzo and Cass, and now they're taking on the newly turned face popular heel team.
Oh, face team. Oh,
Turned
okay.
face.
That
They were
one-
popular heels that turned face.
Right,
I
okay.
said it weird, but
yeah, it makes sense now.
yeah. Anyway, that is why I am going with Revival, because
They're not going to repeat it.
no, they'll repeat it. They'll repeat it exactly. And if you remember, it took the Vaudevillains a couple tries to win the tag team titles because they had to find the equalizer.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think Alexa's been pissed off enough. I don't think she's going to be involved.
Well, no, because she's not going to be involved in this match at all.
I don't think it's going to be
Forget I
the
said
same
that.
equalizer.
There's not any equalizer
Yeah,
involved.
Like, there'll be some other kind of
Something
thing that
that's
they
going
have
to
to
cause
overcome.
them to lose. Which I'm going much in the same vein as Thomas Wolf. I'm going for the Revival, not only because they're my favorite tag team on NXT, but also because I feel like all the build-up that they've been giving American Alpha, I mean, they got their own video package that was like really dramatic about how Jason Jordan almost became a national champion and how Chad Gable blew it at the Olympics, and this is their chance at redemption. That I think it's going to mean more storyline-wise for them to lose and have that same like, oh, they just can't make it, and then have to make their comeback trip.
Yeah, and that's why I want the Revival to win, because I think that'll light an extra fire under American Alpha, but I still think they're taking the titles.
So it's 2 for Revival, 1 for AA American Alpha.
Yeah.
I actually flipped my vote as you were talking and I was thinking about it. I was like, oh wait, the Vaudevillains didn't win their first title shot, so I think it's going to mirror it.
It'll take them 2 or 3 tries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to go exactly 2 tries, and I think the first time the Revival is going to take it, the second time American Alpha is going to squash them.
All right.
The women's title. Talk about an anticipated match
Yeah.
that really doesn't even need any build-up.
Thomas
Strictly
Wolf.
because
I'm terrified.
strictly because it's Bayley, someone who, along with Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte, has really turned everything up a notch as far as women's wrestling in NXT is concerned. And Asuka, the star who was brought in as already a star from outside of NXT, who's one of, if not the most popular, prominent women's wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, she's super relevant in so many countries on so many levels. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say that Asuka's going to take the Women's Championship. I don't foresee it being a long run. Maybe even Bayley getting it back in the rematch. But I see this being Asuka gets the championship. And, it could be sort of the same way in, if the Revival beat American Alpha, they have to really get their stuff in gear to come back and win the titles, is that Bayley will have to do the same thing, and she'll have to, really, I gotta really up my game if I want, because, I fought Charlotte and Sasha and Becky, and they were good, but Asuka's scary and badass.
Yeah.
She has the knockout power and the intimidation factor that the other divas preceding that haven't had.
Right. I'm also going to go with Asuka. This is going to be a very tough match for Bayley.
Yeah.
This is going to, Nia Jax is big, but I don't think she hits nearly as hard as Asuka does.
No, not unless she's jumping on you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a whole different, that's a whole different thing.
That's gravity.
Asuka is, like you were saying, she had such star power before, and she has quickly become a fan favorite on the NXT roster. And
she's the first real, she's the first international sensation female wrestler that they've brought into NXT.
Right.
They've done it over and over and over again on the guys' side of NXT things, bringing in Sami Zayn, Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, now Austin Aries, now Shinsuke Nakamura. But Asuka's the only one that's had that such big star power behind her name prior to coming in. I mean, they've had other girls who, we've known as, Billy Kay, and
Becky Lynch,
Becky Lynch to an extent, and Peyton Royce, and the other
Peyton
ones.
Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Anyway, and Bayley has had a hell of a run. She's been champion since, the middle of last year.
Yeah.
She's going on a 9-month reign right now. I mean, not to say she doesn't deserve it to keep it any longer, but I think she has done as much as she possibly can with it. We've got a good set of girls coming in that are starting to make their way to the top of the Divas division, or the women's division, and so it's now time for a new champion, a new set of matches that are important for this championship. Asuka is going to take it.
Well, yeah.
Alright, so, I want to say I am scared for Bayley. I said that as soon as Bayley won the title, that I am fearing the day she wrestles Asuka.
Yeah.
And this match has low-key been building since Asuka once came out and snuffed a high five to Izzy.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Now, I think this will be the toughest match that Bayley probably will ever have. The toughest opponent. But I don't think the right way to go is to have a face who is so beloved as Bayley drop the title to another face. She drops it to a heel because that's what's going to be more impactful. It's going to be more crushing once she loses it. That's going to resonate more. Asuka will have many more shots at the title. This will be Bayley's stamp. This will be Bayley will win, and this will be the Bayley can overcome anything match. She'll beat Asuka and then drop it to maybe Emma down the line. That's what I think.
So, Bayley is winning this one.
Yeah.
One Bayley, 2 Asuka.
Alright.
Alright. Well, we're going to hit a recurring theme of this Takeover Dallas, and that is debuts. Because we're having Sami Zayn make his debut. No, I'm just kidding. He's already debuted. He debuted a while ago.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
But Sami Zayn will be on the card. He's pulling double duty WrestleMania weekend because he's got that ladder match at Mania.
Yeah,
but he's also, as a warm-up, has to go against the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
I was gonna put this out there. What hits harder, Shinsuke Nakamura or a ladder?
Yeah.
Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura or 6 guys with ladders. And I'm still putting my money on Nakamura.
Yeah, no shit.
He has hammers for knees.
Yeah. Oh, man.
His fists are made of lunchbox filled with concrete.
Ow!
If
That's
Zayn
fucked up.
doesn't do much in the ladder match, I will understand
know
why.
It's going to be Nakamura's fault. I think we're all going. We all.
Thomas first.
I have to really think about this. I honestly don't know who I'm voting for.
Alright, Travis Cole first.
I'm going Nakamura. Like, I love Sami Zayn, but he's got WrestleMania the next day, and this is Nakamura's first showing. Nakamura's gonna whoop the shit out of Sami Zayn. I'm saying it right now. Shinsuke Nakamura winning at Takeover Dallas.
That's where I'm torn though, is because Zayn does have Mania. Like, do you give him a win over Nakamura and build him up for Mania?
No, because his whole thing is he is set on getting revenge against Kevin Owens and taking the Intercontinental title. And he has to face Nakamura before he does that. He is not going to be ready for Nakamura. You can't be ready for Nakamura, and Sami Zayn is even less ready for Nakamura.
I'm gonna say Zayn. I decided.
Alright.
I decided that, because I'm not, spoiler alert, I'm not voting for Zayn in the ladder match. I'm saying Zayn
Ladder
gets a
match.
win here, and that goes into him not winning the ladder
Alright.
match.
I'm actually also putting my money on Sami Zayn for this match.
You guys are nuts.
Strictly, and not that I don't think Nakamura is going to kick his ass, because Nakamura will kick his ass from
That's what Nakamura
from
does.
pillar
Yeah.
to post. But
Nakamura is like the male Asuka.
Yes!
pretty much. But to me, the idea here going in is this is probably going to be Sami Zayn's last NXT appearance.
Yeah.
And I feel like somebody who's basically equated now as the Tommy Dreamer of NXT, to what Tommy Dreamer was to ECW, Sami Zayn is to NXT.
Yeah.
He's the guy that everyone loves, the guy that maybe hasn't had the most successful career as far as championships and goal accomplishments, but he's the guy that you always root for no matter what. He's going to go out on a positive note. And he's going to have that great moment, and then they're going to shake hands, and then Nakamura's going to kick him in the head again.
I'm just saying, his good moment leaving this match is that he survived a match against Nakamura, and then he goes, oh yeah, I have a ladder match in 2 days.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
And then probably a match on Raw.
Probably. And then,
I mean, it's
and
what-
then maybe even a match the next day on
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Well, I mean, this happened to Kevin Owens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes. SummerSlam weekend was fucked up for Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Good luck, Sami Zayn.
Including a ladder match.
At least Sami Zayn has a day in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking,
Of Kevin Owens.
yeah. There's a guy Kevin Owens has fought named Finn Balor.
He lost the NXT
Two
title
guys,
to
yeah.
Finn Balor.
Two guys Kevin Owens fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're fighting each other over the NXT Championship.
Over Kevin
So
Owens.
we're segue into another match.
We've had worse.
We have.
Samoa Joe is having his second takeover attempt to face and dethrone Finn Balor as the top guy in NXT. Now, I'm going to start at the other end of the couch because this one I am very undecided on, so I'm going to need to take this down to the wire.
Alright.
So, Mr. Wolf
I
of the Thomas variety.
think
Good, because that's the only wolf we got.
that I will say Balor. And my reasoning for that has nothing to do with the build. It has to do with who's getting called up to the main roster. Like, Sami Zayn's going up. Enzo and Cass are probably going up really soon. I don't think Balor's immediately bound for the main roster, and I don't see him dropping the belt until that happens.
Alright.
Mr. Travius Coltimus.
That's kind of cool. You can continue to call me that.
Nope.
Damn it.
Now that you like it, ain't gonna happen.
I fucking hate it.
Too late.
Damn it. I am going with Samoa Joe. I think Joe right now has had enough time to really acclimate himself to the NXT roster. And much in the same way that Bayley has had a long and prosperous run as champion. It is time for a new champion. I feel like this takeover is going to be a changing of the guard because, like you're saying, we're having a few people head up to the main roster, especially with how the main roster is hurting right now. I feel like some other people might be fast tracked. I'm not saying Balor's going to be going up like in the near future.
Yeah.
Maybe SummerSlam time we might see Balor go up, but this is like from WrestleMania until SummerSlam, we're going to get a whole new look at NXT, and we're going to get all brand new champions. Samoa Joe being the NXT champion.
The other reason I'm going Balor is because I'm secretly, and it's not going to be secret anymore now that I say it, holding out for the title match between Balor and Austin Aries.
Oh. No, that'll be the number one contender match. Number one contender match to face Joe. Austin Aries wins. Spoiler alert.
Alright, I guess it's my turn.
Yep. You the only one who don't got a vote. Do it!
Balor.
Finn Balor!
I'm going Balor because my prediction for Samoa Joe is that Joe is going to be a guy who gets called up to the main roster without winning the NXT title.
Really?
I think
He doesn't need it.
Yeah, I think Joe is in my opinion, as far as name wise, is on a level playing field with that of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think Joe really at the time was plopped into the NXT roster because we were having a gap because Owens was getting moved up and Sami Zayn was getting hurt.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I feel like now that all of this has been rectified and we're bringing in more new names, that it's going to be possibly very soon we see Joe moved up to the main roster as another guy, and a cool thing that we could, they could mention, despite the fact they won't mention where it happened, that, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe have history.
True.
I also just, if it gets around to Joe Cena, want them to mention that they were trained together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things that you could build up with Joe adding Joe to the main roster sooner rather than later. So that's our NXT Takeover Dallas predictions.
Yeah. That's what those are.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, comment,
Don't
subscribe.
favorite. Comment.
Favorite,
comment who you
comment
think.
favorite.
Yeah.
Don't
me, right?
No, don't do that. It's me. Oh, okay.
Or just comment the word favorite.
Or comment who you think is going to win at NXT Takeover.
Comment your favorite
Also
color.
me. Also me.
My favorite color is Thomas Wolfe.
Check out the playlist because there's a ton of videos this week.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Raw review, there's a SmackDown rundown,
There's midweek.
a midweek wrap up.
Look,
there's going to be.
If you want to know what all the videos are, we listed them on the Raw review. Just go watch that.
That's true.
Yeah, go back to the Raw review, especially if you haven't watched
Actually, you can watch any video. You can watch all the videos, and we'll say what videos are going to be in the playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that.
NXT review and WrestleMania results.
So thanks for watching.
Predictions!
And watch another video
Right now.
please.
Are you still here?
Fuck Alex Riley.